Hey friends, it's Scuzzy and welcome to another how-to video. This one's going to be on bonus XP gathering skills. The first skill we're going to touch up on is the woodcutting skill. In the background, I'm just showing some clips of different methods that I would recommend if you're going to do this during the bonus XP weekend. If you decide to do crystal trees, you can either do it with a normal axe or crystal axe with some nice perks on it, or you could even do it with skill champas, as you can see in the background. It's a little more expensive, but if you're willing to spend the GP, it's kind of worth it. I did that for 200 mil. You could also try Ivies. It's pretty AFK, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you can't do anything else. Next we have some Arctic Pines. You can use Crystallize on this, but you cannot use the Woodcutting Scrimshaw with the Crystallize method. Next we have Teaks, which is the same exact method as the Arctic Pines. Next we have some Jadinko fire making wood cutting. It's mostly fire making, but I figured I'd throw this in here if anyone wants to get some fire making. Last but not least, we got the golden bamboo. Now the downside to this is you can only do it for your set once a day pretty much, unless you do a lot of different islands, but it is pretty decent XP per hour. First up, we have some wood cutting. Now, I took the liberty of making the spreadsheets beforehand, and hopefully they are all up to date. This one is the wood cutting one. It has the name, obviously, the level. Now, the cost per item here is a little different. This is due to the crystallized spell. You can use that on Teaks and Arctics. And then also, this one is the cost per Crimson Chinchapa that you would use on the crystal. You don't have to use any of these methods, but these are the ones that I would recommend if I was doing this on the bonus XP weekend. Now you have the avatar, you have the outfit, you have refer a friend, and the total bonus XP total on the bonus XP weekend, which is a combination of all of those, 2 multiplied, 2 plus this bonus multiplier here. Experience per action. Now the experience per hour is not based on the experience per action because, I mean, technically it is, but I don't have an action per hour. I just have the greatly or widely assumed XP rates for the different types of methods. So for Teaks it would be 215k an hour. That's with crystallized, Juju, perfect, woodcutting potion, outfit, all that stuff, and also urns. Now Ivy is around 65k, Arctic is around 190k, same method as Teaks. Jadinku is 40k. It's mostly fire making XP, and crystal trees are 125k, and then with the crystallized chops or the crimson chinchompas, it would be around 200k. Golden bamboo is almost 200,000. That's just multiplied by 300, I believe, 300 per hour, so 300 times that would be there, and then just multiplied by the total bonus XP. Now most of these don't cost anything, but you do have the crystallized, which is a little bit different. You can cast it around 120 times an hour maximum, because every 30 seconds, so I just took 120 times the cost per cast divided by the experience per hour on the bonus XP weekend, which will give you a 0.68 GP to XP ratio, which isn't bad, but it is a gathering skill, so you expect not really to spend anything, but you are spending a little bit of money. Now this is the time it would take, cost for it, and literally this is the only one that I'm going to be talking about the XP rates in, because the gathering skills are a little different than the Bibles, because it's not per action. Technically it is per action, but you can't really figure out a perfect action per hour for gathering skills because it is based on RNG. But this is also the crystallized spell method, and then this one is more expensive because it is basically how many you can use an hour. You can use 2,000 an hour divided by the experience per hour. Next we have some iron mining, which is a basic method of just clicking and dropping the iron ore. We have sandstone and granite mining, which is pretty much the same basic principle. We have some lava flow mining, which is really AFK. And then we have some Seren stones, which is probably going to be what most of you guys will do. since it's a decent experience per hour. Lastly, we have the crablets, which are the salty and the Alea crablets, but respectively 91 and 97. They're pretty high up there, and they're not that great for experience per hour, but if you are doing the arc, it could be helpful to do these. Next, we have mining. We have iron, sandstone, granite, lava flow, salty crablet, Alea crablet, and Seren stone. These are the levels. You know what the drill is now. None of these are going to cost any money. You can't use crystallize on most of them, and I wouldn't really, maybe I guess I would recommend it on iron, sandstone, or granite, but most of you will probably be doing Seren stones because that is the most experience per hour, is 130k base. Hunting is an interesting skill. In the background, I am just hunting some ornate turtles. They're pretty good. They're around 750k base XP an hour, the method I'm doing. I like to do the diagonal 5 method while drinking potions. Next up, we have some normal Grunwall hunting. You can do this in Ifsadar and also, I think that's how you say it, and also in the Big Chin hunting grounds. It's not too great, but it is the method that I used for my first 50 mil hunter XP, and I was getting really decent rates. You can also use crystallize with this method, which will yield the most experience per hour out of all of these methods, and it's pretty basic. Next up, we have some draconic Jidinku hunting, and this is the method most people used, going for 99 from 80 back in 2012, 2013, 2014. Next, we have hunter. We have some normal Grunwalls, then we have Grunwalls with crystallized spell. Now, hunter I don't recommend doing until you're 77. I recommend you do the Big Chin minigame up until 77, but if you're doing a bonus XP weekend, I wouldn't recommend doing anything lower than 77 for the XP weekend if you're going to do it at all. Most of these I wouldn't even really be doing on a bonus XP weekend. I'd probably be doing a buyable or something that I don't like to do, but you guys wanted to see gathering skills, so here it is. This is again based on XP per hour, not XP per action or actions per hour. Grunwall crystallizes around 850k. Draconic Jidinko is around 350k. Turtle is around 275k and 750k for the ornate one. These are not going to cost you anything except for the Grunwall crystallization because of the spell itself, but it's not really that much. It costs you 2 mil for 99, 18 for 120, and 35 for 200 mil, so it's not too bad. Fishing is another one of the gathering skills. Now, in the background, I'm just doing some trout and salmon fishing. Next up is some barbarian fishing. And the last one that I would recommend is the low, mid, and high tier waterfall fishing, which is really, really AFK. And the last one I would recommend possibly is the Wobbegongs, but that's in the arc, and if I don't really have footage because I don't have an actual Wobbegong spot, fishing spot, but it is a good bit of experience per hour. Next we have fishing. We have trout, barbarian, small urchin, medium, large urchin, and Wobbegongs. The respective levels, the experience per hour, and they're all free. Another gathering skill is the divination skill. It was released in 2013, September of 2013, and pretty much all of the training methods are the same, so I'm just going to show in the background me at the tier 95 spot. Next we have divination, and pretty much divination is based on if you want to do if you want to use enhanced experience or if you want to not use enhanced experience. Now, it does cost more money to use the enhanced experience, but it costs you nothing to use it without experience. But you get a lot less experience per hour if you look at it like that. And I'll just put this up on screen so you can pause it. The very last gathering skill I'm going to include in this video is not technically a gathering skill, but in my opinion it could be classed as a gathering skill, and that is rune crafting. So in the background I'm just doing a little bit of Abyss running with the demonic skull, and I'm making some blood runes. I'm also training at the high level rune span. And then lastly, we have rune crafting, which we have the blood runes, which is level 77. We have low rune span, medium rune span, and high rune span. It's got its respective levels, cost per item, which is 0 in this case. The bonuses, total bonus experience, experience per action, which is not applicable for the rune span methods, and then the experience per hour for this. I do want to mention that the base experience is the only thing that is doubled on the bonus experience weekend for this rune crafting in the Abyss with the demonic skull. So the 3.5 is the demonic skull and the Abyss bonuses themselves, and it just is additive towards the bonus XP weekend. It is not multiplicative, because that would just be insane. It would be around 7 times the amount of experience, so it would be, I guess, what, I don't know, 350 an hour, but or 400 an hour, and then top that with bonus experience, because this is without bonus experience, it's just on the weekend itself. But you do make 394 GP per rune. I guess you would subtract the pure essence cost, but pure essence is so cheap it really is almost negligible. And then this is divided by the experience per action on the bonus XP weekend with the other bonuses. Time for 99, all this stuff. This is basically, if you go for 200 mil, you would get 1.2 bill cash stack from it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this gathering skill bonus XP prep, if you have any questions or if I've left anything out you think that needs to be in here, please let me know in the comments. Check out my social media for that, and also check out if I have a straw poll going in the description. I may or may not. I'm still trying to work towards my question and answer series. It seems like you guys do want to see it. I got a total of 14 votes right now, and most of them saying yes or maybe, but they would have to see the first episode. Thank you again, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you the next one. Peace. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Peace.